gentlemen, for the 937th time, it is the Mason and Friends Show. Featuring his Jewness.
To be a hole or not to be a hole?
That is the question. As well as that dude called the Black Hand.
Yeah.
Sleeping in the background's that lady called Lisa, but she's gonna not participate in this one. She gives a wave to all the fans. She might chime up if we, say something too ridiculous.
I'm sure.
But my name is Mason. Welcome to the Mason and Friends Show.
Yeah, what's happening, y'all? What's good out there today?
Gotta give a shout out to the homie Val Kilmer, R.I.P. Val Kilmer. Everybody's on that Val Kilmer shit.
Yeah. You know, we didn't do on the last one.
We didn't do, George Foreman either. He don't pass away.
Oh, yeah, George Foreman.
Get your grills out, man. Fucking throw some on the George Foreman today for him.
Yeah, if you still got a George Foreman, put that shit to use.
I'm telling you, George Foreman grill, boy, that was the motherfucking thing. Single man, fucking living on your own, fucking get that Foreman grill, shit. That motherfucker right there was a lifesaver.
Yeah, he wasn't fucking around. The Foreman,
in honor of Val Kilmer, we're playing Doors. Doors soundtrack for this episode. He was Iceman too.
I played, but I'm just saying it was.
He played Jim Morrison in The Doors.
The only Val Kilmer thing I know is he was in fucking Top Gun.
Tombstone. He was in Tombstone.
Yeah.
He was in a lot of good shit, man. If you haven't seen,
he was in a Batman.
He was a Batman
It wasn't
one
a
time.
good Batman. It wasn't a good one.
But it was one of the bad Batmans.
He was in that bad Batman series.
There was a lot of bad Batmans.
Yeah, he was in that era.
After Michael Keaton, all the Batmans were bad. Until Christian Bale became Batman.
I think Mel Gibson might have been one of the worst.
Who?
Mel Gibson was never Batman.
Mel Gibson was never Batman.
Ben Affleck.
You probably talking about Val Kilmer.
No, not Val Kilmer. What's the other
George
one?
Clooney.
That's it, George Clooney.
Yeah, that's right. I think those like followed each other. They were pretty close.
I understand, Mike.
Yeah, the only thing good about the George Clooney joint was
the nipples.
Who's that? Uma? Who was the Poison Ivy bitch? Yeah, who was Poison Ivy there? Was that
Uma was Poison Ivy.
Yeah, that was the only good thing about that movie because that was Arnold was in there as Freeze.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that shit sucked. And I think he had Robin in there too, right?
Yeah, Robin was there. They had Alicia Silverstone as Batgirl.
Yeah.
There was a lot of garbage going on in that movie.
Well, I see the Mega Man hat. Shout out to Mega Man.
Oh yeah, hey, what's up? Yeah.
I can dig it. I always get down with Mega Man.
Yeah, man, I played a lot of Mega Man back in the day.
I'll still be playing Mega Man. I got the little legacy junk for the
for the TV.
For the Xbox. The Xbox had a legacy game that had like Xbox. It had like
all the original Mega Mans.
Yeah, like 1 through 11.
That means they probably got that on PS5. I might need to look into that.
Probably Legacy Collection, I think. Mega Man.
The only thing I've been playing on my PlayStation 5 is like
old school shit.
Old school games and like NBA 2K. Yeah. That's it, and I haven't played in weeks. Weeks and weeks and weeks.
I ain't really turned my PS on ever since I really paid for internet. God damn it! Like
you
I paid for it now. Like I ain't really fucking have time to fuck with it. I ain't had the time, man.
That's what I paid for it. I want to do this, but now I'm not gonna do it.
I barely have enough time to fucking sit there and smoke a bowl and fucking watching some stupid on TV.
Yeah, you gotta run the boy all the way up to Culpeper now, don't you?
Yeah, on Tuesday and fucking Thursday.
For what, football?
Yeah. We're not gonna be doing that I don't think we're gonna finish that season out. They're gonna get their ass handed to them.
Yeah, that's all flag though.
It's all flag, yeah, but it's all.
How old is that boy? He's in high school,
Culpeper, so it's all like he got on the shit team. Like since the coach is new to Culpeper.
Okay.
Like the coach he's got, it's his first year. It's his first year
out there. Give him that left
so he got the straggler ass. He got the last end. You know what I mean? The ends of the ends of the ends. You know what I mean? And then the boy. So I'm like, he already got.
He said the ends of the ends of the ends.
He already got two of the boys that he already played last year. He already got the one kid who can't throw again as the quarterback. I already told him. He already asked me to be his coach. I ain't really hurt his feelings too bad. I just said, nah. I ain't tell him no because you suck. And then I'm going to take your fucking clipboard from you because you fucking suck as a coach. So I didn't say any of that. I just kept it
Okay, you
simple.
see this motherfucker actually out here coaching?
You are constantly in denial of the responsibilities that are thrust upon you. You deny. You're like, no, I won't be a coach.
I will not.
You're like, be a boss. And you're like, nah.
I will not be a coach in that league. I cannot.
He would take coaching too seriously.
You're right.
You know he
shouldn't.
would.
Maybe he's making the wise choice.
The motherfucker would be out there like fucking the man and all shit. Like, bro, this is flag. This is not fucking flag. Serious out here.
I would love it. See, I would talk shit. I would be the shit talk coach. I'd be like, I don't even care about this league, Sway. I don't even care. Timmy, roll whatever play you want, bro. Look at John over there fired up. Roll whatever you want, Johnny. It don't matter. Throw it to them over there. It don't matter. They ain't gonna guard him anyways. Throw it to that guy right there. You wanna know why? They trash. Trash. Sir, you can't be yelling at the other team. I'm speaking just out loud. If they listening, they listening, ref. I'm not directing
They
to
get
them.
offended by what I'm saying.
I'm just speaking out loud. Am I not allowed to speak out loud? They need to stop listening, maybe. Go on, tell them stop listening.
If it's
I don't know
hurting their
tell you.
feelings, it must be directed to them because I didn't direct it to anybody.
What did he want to say? Let's make it official then. What he fucking with Vince Vaughn when he grabs a chair and throws it out on the fucking field? Was that old school? I'm going. Let's make it official. And he just hands the clipboard off. That would be like every game would be like, well, here goes you, get kicked out again. Fucking 2 minutes into the fucking first quarter.
You ain't got the answers, man.
Who's gonna be the coach now? Fucking let the quarterback be the coach.
I've been doing
Run one. We don't even have play one. All right, well, run two then, bro.
Coach didn't tell me shit.
See, 'cause my play is gonna be like, go out there, run a streak, throw it to that guy right there. That's gonna be my plays. You ain't gonna have no wristband. You ain't gonna have no nothing. But here's the play. Run out for 5 seconds, get open.
Because it ain't gonna be no kind of practices. You ain't doing no practices. He's just gonna come out on the field when it's time for him to coach. Hey, y'all know what the fuck y'all doing.
No, I'm just gonna make them run. Their practice is gonna be running. Y'all gonna run drills, sprint drills. All right, now let's run a run drill. All right, now let's run. You know,
She's
now
just
let's
gonna wear him out.
Yeah, now let's play catch, and then let's play scrimmage. Mark said go. They don't even have enough players to run a scrimmage. It's 7-on-7. I think they got a 10 on team. So like, what, you practice 5-on-5?
They're playing 7-on-7?
Yeah.
How the hell does that work?
That sounds about right.
It's normally 5-on-5, but I guess since they're bigger.
Oh, it's flag.
Yeah, it's flag.
Yeah.
And the field's bigger. I guess it's 7-on-7.
You ain't been doing the education.
But they also got a 7-on-7 two-hand touch league, I think.
Yeah, there's that too.
What kind of pussy-ass world are we living
Well, you
in?
can't play tackle unless you got all the pads and all the other stupid shit. And all the other
I guess
super regulated bullshit.
That stuff costs money.
Yeah.
But you can do flag and not have to worry about all the safety shit because it's just.
And then up there, you know,
They still be clocking heads into each other, probably.
They do still run into each other and get fucked up a little bit, yeah. But that's any sport, you know what I mean? You're gonna
True that.
run into each
because
other.
they had a whole, I think, I guess my nephew, he does soccer. They had a big ass thing. You had the soccer kids out there, the fucking flag football. All this shit was, and the girls cheer. All this shit was all happening.
Yeah, all at the same time.
Same fucking time.
Yeah, because they all use the same fields and the same area.
Jeez.
I'm like, yo, what in the fuck? Like, I ran into one of my homies. He was like, yeah, man, I gotta go to my son's joint. You know, he said, he plays the flag football. I'm like, oh, bro, I feel for you with that shit. You out here early in the morning. Go do that shit, you know, and then he's like, well, it's not that bad, you know, my one son's game is at 9, and then my other son, his game is at 1. I'm like,
Oh my God.
bruh, so you're out there
All day, yeah.
That's all day.
fucking day.
How long are these games? At least an hour?
Roughly.
Yeah.
Yeah, roughly.
So then you got at least maybe 2 or more hours to wait
Yeah.
for the next game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go sit in the car or whatever and lean back. Like, fuck that.
Bruh, it's
Yeah,
fucking.
or go
just-
home.
Yeah.
If you live close
And they come
enough.
right
And
back.
they come right back.
But if you don't live close enough, it's fucking.
Then you're there on that field all
Stay
day.
there.
Man, I'm really
That's
glad
what
I'm not a
fucking.
parent.
That's what Smokey and Angie be doing.
Yeah.
Because they got 2 kids, so they be.
They just there all day.
Yeah, usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because they got the ages are branched out different time slots. You know what I mean? The younger ones that try to do the younger ones early in the day, older ones later on in the day. But then if you got two kids, these different ages, you're just out there. I told him I can't do it. Nah. So I was glad my boy was like, Dad, I don't want to do this. I'd rather do this right here. But all right, got you, boy. I'll never forget it. Well, in the middle of the goddamn joint, it was practice. Just hiked it to him. All right,
Was this for football?
Yeah. In the middle of the fucking play, my boy was there and hike, and he stands up and he looks at me. I don't want to do this. This ain't for me, Dad. You know what? All right, that's cool. And walk the fuck on off. All right, bet. That's cool. I ain't asked you to do it. You said you want to try it out, see what it's
Hey, man, you letting him do what he wants to do?
Yeah, you got to. You got to let him learn.
Well done, Michael.
Yeah, try
well
it
done.
out. You ain't gonna keep doing it if you don't fucking.
Yeah, you don't want to.
You don't want to.
Because if they don't want to, you're wasting your money.
Yeah,
You're
your money and your
just
time.
Tossing money and time. Yeah, for what? Why? Now, you need to learn how to do this. No, the fuck they don't. Like, I look at the parents, man. Oh, that whole shit up there sometimes, bro.
Yeah, that's half the problem is trying to deal with the other people that are watching the games,
Because
right?
I think a lot of these parents live vicariously through their children.
Yeah, a lot of them do for
You
sure.
know what I mean? They're like, God damn it, he's gonna make it. He's gonna be the one. Like they think like how Jew thinks when he's out there playing. They think that way about their kids. Jew thinks somebody is scouting him.
Yeah, I play like
every
Stuart
time.
Scott's in the fucking fan.
Exactly. And these parents are looking at their shit like the kids are thinking that there's a scout out there that's gonna pull their kids.
Nah,
off.
not Stuart
No.
Scott. I want the white boy drinking the shine on life. That's what I want. I don't want Stuart Scott scouting me. I want that boy in life.
The white
Yeah,
dude.
the white dude.
That guy can't get right.
Yeah, the guy you can't do right. Can't get right.
Yeah,
I don't
can't get
remember.
right.
Can't get right.
I've seen that once or twice, not recently.
You want the motherfucker that's in Blue was it Blue
Got him.
Street? Not Blue Street. What fuck where Shaq was in?
That was Blue Street. Shaq was in Blue Street. But that was a basketball movie. I
That's what
thought.
I'm talking about, the basketball joint. Yeah,
Yeah, that was Blue Street.
No, Blue Streak I thought was,
that-
Martin.
Was that
joint,
Martin?
I thought that was Martin.
That was
and
Martin.
He's a cop.
He's a cop, yeah.
You're
he's a
thinking of
federal-
Blue
Oh, yeah.
Chips.
That's it, Blue Chips. I knew it was something.
With Shaq and Nick Nolte
That's it, Nick
and
Nolte
Penny
was the
Hardaway.
recruiter.
Shaq and Nick Nolte.
Nolte.
Yeah,
Nolte's the
wow,
coach.
recruiter.
Nolte's a coach.
Nolte's the coach.
I thought he was a recruiter.
He recruits Shaq to
Yeah.
his college basketball team
Wow, I've never seen that.
out of like
See, that's what he
out of
is.
like a slum
Is that garbage?
somewhere.
Yeah, and it was like, oh, we got this
How
kid.
It's
good is
real
that movie
dark.
compared to I guess what Steel was that? It's
Better than Steel.
Yeah,
that
Blue
the start?
Chips is
Way
the only
better,
really
yeah.
good one with Shaq in it. Blue Chips.
Was that the movie Steel? Was that when he was he Superman or
He
something?
made like a metal.
Like, yeah.
He had like a metal outfit.
Was he still was supposed? Yeah.
God
Well,
damn
how do
it,
we
man.
get to this? Like,
Damn it.
yeah,
Fuck,
the
man.
terrible movies of Shaq. Like the only good one is Blue Chips.
Yeah, Blue Chips because they're like, oh,
Chips, yeah. How
this
many movies
kid
did he
did-
have?
Shit.
He ain't gonna been in a
He
lot.
must have had at least a
He's
dozen.
had
At least a dozen.
Yeah, he's had a few.
At least
yeah.
a dozen starring roles.
Shaq Fu.
Come on, man. These aren't real movies.
Who is it?
man.
Kazam?
Yeah, Kazam.
Oh, God damn it, that's right.
Kazam.
God
I
damn
like
it.
Kazam calls
Kazam.
Kazam. Or some shit like that.
We got Kazam.
Man.
Oh, man.
No,
I'd say he was a lead role in the 90s at least 12 times. Would be my, maybe 8. But like,
for Blue Chips, he played himself basically.
I mean, sorta. I mean, his name was something else.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were making fun of it the other day when he's like, why'd you give my mama a car?
Yeah.
Oh, my mama don't need no car. I don't want that.
Here you go. What is it?
Man, he wasn't no.
I didn't ask for this.
Yeah, that
movies
was-
don't count there, man. Half these movies don't
What
count.
do you mean they don't count? He
Why?
started
Because they're
movies.
movies?
Like The Wash. What was he doing in The Wash?
He was a cop. He was a
How many
security
times was
guard.
he in there?
He was a bit part. I agree with the Jude there.
Freddie got fingered. I don't remember ever seeing him in that joint.
I don't remember
I don't remember that. I don't remember that.
Gotta rewatch that.
Scary Movie 4. He was in Scary Movie 4.
Probably.
Yeah, but those don't count. You gotta go back to the 90s.
Yeah, all I see that would count would be, and I don't even remember him that much in Good Burger. Steel, of course, Kazam.
Steely's the lead role. Kazami's the
yeah,
lead
of course,
role.
and Blue Chips, yeah.
Blue Chips, he
Where
was
he's dunking on, yeah, I remember that one now, yeah.
Because he's in like fucking a warehouse.
Grown Ups 2, I don't ever remember being
He
in
was
that
the
one.
cop in Grown Ups 2.
He's probably all throughout that.
Yeah, he was a security guard that day. He stole the bus for their asses in Grown Ups 2.
Blended with, that was that fucking...
That was Adam Sandler, wasn't it?
Sandler and that white girl, not Aniston, but
The other white
Drew
kid.
Barrymore. I don't remember that bitch neither. Yeah, lead roles, I got 3 movies right there. Steel, Blue Chips, and Kazam.
Kazam.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I know there's more, but I can't
10,
remember.
11, 12, 13 total movies, including Snow Dog and Smurf 2.
He was in Snow Dogs?
He was in Snow Dogs and Smurf 2. He was in Snow Dogs, he was probably the cop again. He was probably cop in all these. He was in Uncle Drew too, but I don't ever remember an Uncle Drew. Unless he's that big motherfucker right there. Oh yeah, he's that big motherfucker right there.
What else is he gonna play?
So how many movies has he legitimately been in, then, Jew?
That's 13 right there. If you're counting,
Yeah, he's been in 13 movies
I mean, if
altogether.
you're counting Smurf 2, which I guess, I mean, that's
If he's doing a
technically
He's a
voice.
voice, yeah.
There's this other movie with Thunderstruck, looked like Kevin Durant. I don't never remember that movie.
Yeah, no, these sound like terrible movies.
Yeah, that's Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
2012.
Hey, look, Shaq had his foot in everything down there. You know what I mean? And that's not counting the TV shows he's been in. He's been in fucking countless TV shows.
Look at all his Papa John commercials.
No, yeah, he brought Papa John's
He
back
got
from
Papa John's back from the- from
Krispy
the-
Kreme.
from
He got,
the
he got all
end gate.
kinds of
Yeah.
Dude,
He could probably just live just off being that dumbass little announcer over there for fucking with the
general?
NBA shit or whatever.
well,
fuck.
he
I
owns
see
he
how-
owns shit
a lot
too?
of
Yeah.
business.
But see, that's the other thing too. Not only does he own, but he got every commercial shit he's done. He has stock in those things. So
Of course,
putting
he's
his
betting on
name-
himself.
Yeah, yeah,
You
fuck
put
yeah.
his name
He's betting
to
on himself.
attach his
He's
shit.
Pete Rose in it, man.
Yeah.
He's betting on himself.
You put your name attached to that shit. All right, cool. You know the stock's gonna go up. You're making money off of what you just invested in. Your damn self.
Yeah. And you can affect it in a positive or negative way.
Yeah, exactly.
He goes around and plays Shaq Claus and all that shit.
Oh yeah, all that
Going
shit.
into Walmart, buying kids bikes and shit. Like,
doing dance battles.
dude, if
with all
I had
these
stupid
motherfuckers.
money like that, I'd do the same damn thing. I'd be like, anybody in the building wants to buy a bicycle, go get your bicycle. Meet me at aisle, at lane 3, and I'll pay for your bicycle. You got about 25 minutes
What was you saying?
to get in line with your bicycle.
You got.
Yeah. If you want a bicycle.
Buy your groceries. Yeah.
People are gonna be like, "What is he saying?"
a little bit more.
Well, that'd be funny. They got bicycles in one lane, they got groceries in another lane.
Yeah.
I got a bicycle with a basket, so I threw some chips in there. Can you get to me that too, Shaq?
These kids over here, they need the computers, and I got over the computers.
Nobody can understand you,
I
Mike.
got over this.
Speak up, Shaq.
So I just want to make sure they got them.
Articulate yourself better, sir.
I have.
It's the best you get.
Only when he wants to fight Barkley. Only when he wants to go up against Barkley.
That was a great day.
Oh man, that shit
He
was
put that
funny.
left at him and it almost killed Barkley. Like, if he had connected with Barkley with that left hand, dude, it would have been lights out. Barkley would have said, they wouldn't be friends right now. They wouldn't be, if he had connected, that's an alternate world. That's an alternate reality right now.
I think Barkley still would have been cool with a man. Barkley could take some hits, man. You know,
I don't
Barkley
know.
was built to take hits.
Have you heard the story about that shit where, like, well, just nuts, you gotta turn the bass if you want a little bit.
I got you. We're good.
But apparently when that fight happened, like immediately both their mothers were right on top of them. We're like, y'all can't be doing this. This is not allowed. Like, shut them down.
Real quick.
Yeah,
Real quick.
Yeah, that's some good parenting right there. Now that they've made it to the professionals
Yeah.
and they're fighting, both their mothers are right on top of their ass after that.
Like fucking, they were talking about what was I guess some fight with New Jersey happened on the court. It might have been Detroit. Talking about the Detroit players.
Oh, it was a big fight.
Oh,
the
you're
other
talking
day,
about? Oh wait, recently?
Yeah, not too long ago. Yeah, a couple days ago.
Like a couple days ago, this shit happened in front of the fans and shit.
That's that Detroit shit, man.
Yeah, that's
it's
what
the
everybody was
Malice in the
saying,
Palace all over again.
They're like, oh, these motherfuckers, like not two refs, the two coaches got ejected. Like, I don't think they could be at any games anymore or some shit like that. And people like, that's the kind of basketball you need, is that shit again, da-da-da-da-da.
Huge brawl between the Pistons and the Timberwolves. 7 players and coaches ejected.
Yeah,
That was
game.
6 days ago.
That's kind of a little. You don't really need that kind of that. You know, what I mean, there really shouldn't be no fight. Even the fighting in hockey is kind of stupid. You know what I mean? But fighting in all them other sports is ridiculous, really.
I find it ridiculous in hockey too, because you're playing a contact sport. If it was a no touching allowed sport, and then they were like running into each other,
man. If a motherfucker do me dirty, like trip me and shit like that, or like try to like trip me into the wall, yeah, I'm gonna try to fight that motherfucker. You know what I mean? But a motherfucker just your mom's bitch. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not really gonna want to fight a motherfucker, but a motherfucker that try to literally hurt me or injure me, yeah, I'm gonna want to get him fuck that nigga, fuck that motherfucker up. You know what I'm saying? In theory.
Theoretically, that does make some sense.
But a guy just pushes me down while I'm skating, which is what he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna be kind of mad at that motherfucker unless I'm right at the wall.
But they do that.
Well, they do that, yeah. Mad as shit.
You know, and then the walls happen.
You know what? If you could do that in basketball with LeBron, oh man.
I watched some shit with LeBron the other day. This motherfucker was running down the court. He literally ran into the guy's shoulder and fell on the ground. The ball went all the way over. I think somebody scored. He's on the ground like this.
The dude,
He didn't get up. They got a rebound and went the other way.
Yeah, it went all the way to the other round. Had a whole play. I think they had a score and then get the ball back and to call a fucking timeout for his big 6'7", 300-pound bitch ass, cracker ass, bitch ass motherfucker, man.
Bitch enough for that motherfucker, man. That motherfucker's a bitch.
They showed the one meme where they was talking about defense with Jordan, right? And Jordan was going up for a layup. This dude had him in a whole double arm headlock, right? They showed the joke with LeBron. They had to guard him like this. He was back up. He was guarding like this. You know what I mean? Like he was that gay dude in life, bro. I'm like, y'all need to stop playing, man. Y'all need to stop playing.
Oh man.
Fuck, man.
They got so many interviews now talking about how LeBron got bad because somebody called him a bitch. That's his key word. Like, that's the word you can't say to LeBron.
Yeah, you can't.
That's probably why he got them people kicked out off the side.
Even if you're a fan or a player or a coach, anybody can't say that word.
Yeah, he's coming at you.
Yeah.
Hey, man, if
he's taking your season tickets from you.
Because they're like, you can't, they were like,
back. You guys get nosebleed when you come back, you know what I mean?
What was it? They're like,
You got a restraining order out. He got a restraining order out. You ain't allowed to make eye contact with his black ass no more, nowhere, you know what I mean?
They're like, man, you know, Jordan would have said, okay, you want to be a big bitch? And go out there and score 41 on your ass.
Right. He'd shovel some more buckets.
And then look at you and be like, who the bitch there? You know, type shit. Well, you want to cry about it. I'm like, man.
Jordan was the ultimate scoreboard guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
like,
absolutely.
You could hit him, run into him. He'd run back into you. He'd give you what you gave him. But he would, at the end, he'd be like, see the score?
Yeah, you see what I did?
Yeah.
I did this on purpose. I missed this shot.
He knew his value.
On purpose.
He knew his value.
Oh, yeah, Jordan been knowing that. But
LeBron overinflates his value.
I'm not a fan of fucking LeBron. I'm just not.
I know. I don't either. I don't like him either.
Okay. It's too much bitch shit. It really is. Like how Jew is with fucking Brady. It's how I feel towards LeBron.
That's awfully aggressive. Like, I'm nowhere near that. LeBron doesn't get that kind of attention out of me.
It's annoying to hear because when you hear people talk about him and they're like, oh, he's the GOAT of what? Look at all the points he's got.
Yeah, he scored more points than Jordan.
No shit. Look how long he's been in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
You should have them amount of points. There's no reason why you should not have that if you've been in this motherfucker for fucking 4 or 5 decades already.
He's also always been bigger than Jordan.
Yeah, they're completely different builds.
Yeah.
They're completely different players in a lot of ways.
But even if you put him against the big man, he ain't no Shaq. You know what I mean? You ain't no motherfucker. Even Yao. I put Yao over this motherfucker. And that tall son bitch wasn't in the league for so long. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Jesus, Mike, you put Yao Ming over
LeBron? Yeah, fuck yeah.
God damn.
You really are on some Brady hating shit. Like the
That's past me, bro. That's past me.
No, it ain't.
Yeah, you got some hatred towards that man, bro. Yeah,
there's all these conversations where they talk about how great, because I was a true diehard basketball fan back in the day. Like, I loved basketball. Like, you couldn't tell me shit about it back in the day. And then when it just went to shit, I was like, you know, fuck it. I don't care. But then when you got these cats and they talk about how great these people are, Steph Curry, fucking phenomenal shooter. The boy can shoot from fucking anywhere. He can scratch his balls and flick that bitch in the air, and it's going in.
It's pretty ridiculous.
You know what I mean?
He's hacked the Matrix.
Somehow.
Yeah.
The boy is a great shooter. I'm not putting it past him. He eventually could be one of the GOATs down the line as a basketball player, but shooter, there's no denying it. LeBron is just a physical dude. When he came in, nobody was in that motherfucker like manhandling him because they were already bitches then. You know what I mean?
And anyone that wasn't, they got shut down through the system, and the system changed around them in order to accommodate LeBron.
Just
and his
same
bitch
thing with the Brady shit. It's the same shit that happened with Brady.
That's a very interesting point.
You know what I'm
like? They went from not protecting the coaches to, the quarterbacks to protecting the quarterbacks. Like
exactly.
Hardcore in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
Grand scheme of things. Because I mean, even back in the day, like when Montana got took out late in his career, like he just got drilled. I'm pretty sure he'd already thrown the ball. Like I don't know, and he might not have thrown the ball yet, but still, like that was an up high hit that would have been penalized today.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff like that went on back in the day.
Yeah, I think it's a lot with the grit of the characters. You know what I mean? Like you had to be a hard motherfucker back then.
I don't know, dog. There's still some hard ass motherfuckers out there.
They're out there, but
they're just not as. They're not allowed to be the savages they once were.
Shotty on the back. That's that Badu.
Got to break in the Badu. You call this Badu?
Yeah, that's that Badu from the cookies. The cookie brand, that Badu strand. I think it's an indica.
Okay.
He's not sure. Just gonna get you fucked up.
It don't sleep like indica. Well, I try to stay away from the indicas. You know what I mean?
I do.
I try to stay on the sativa, the hybrid. Mainly sativas, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I prefer that.
Sativa hybrid is usually a sativa, so I'm not really opposed to those.
Right. That's kind of the best, I think, sativas.
Yeah.
Indica's got their place, but sativas, you know.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tacoma Wellness up there in the city. A little bit of bitch to get to, but it ain't bad. It's up around the back skirts. Like I had to go fucking 495, like Silver Spring, like.
And drop down in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because on the actual Tacoma Park side of shit.
Yeah.
So when you go up.
The DC side of Tacoma Park.
Yeah. It's right across that line.
And took us fucking. We went to Haynes Point from there. That was 9 miles, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn.
Because all the protests that was going on.
Well, it was just I mean, we didn't really run through too many protests until we got near the White House, but traffic just in general, it was Saturday.
Well, that's going to jam up traffic because the flow that's supposed to work.
Well, the cherry blossoms are still on and popping too.
All that shit.
People was parking over there like Haynes Point and either walking up there to the city or driving up there.
I said, man, you out your motherfucking mind.
You know, I ain't never worried about it.
I know you ain't, but I'm like, nah, fuck that.
Like, you got that, like, he just does the raw dog brain ticket. You know how they say, like, my dad does that when he flies. He just sits there. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, I don't read nothing. I don't listen to nothing.
Oh, he raw dog.
He raw dogs the shit out of it. You raw dog traffic in the city like that.
Yeah,
like, you're like, man, I'm
not
going
really raw dog because he's hitting this shit on the way.
I always assume traffic's gonna be fucked up on the weekend though in the city. So I don't unassume that it's not gonna be, you know what I mean, that's gonna be decent. You know what I mean? I assume it's gonna be fucked up.
I never really expected it to be decent.
Not at all.
But I know
I'm gonna have to get a flow to figure it out if it's decent.
Once I cross over that bridge in Maryland, that switch fucking hits and it's fucking slingshot engaged, bro. That motherfucking Avalon was fucking zooming, son. I was like, I gotta get my back on the other side of the river, man. There's something about this. Once I cross that state line, it's all she wrote. No turn signal. I'm getting fucking flicked off, cussed out. Y'all better just get the fuck out of the way, man. Y'all stay right, motherfucker. You want to be in a situation you put yourself in, asshole, not me, alright? Fuck off. It's called interstate for a reason. If you want to do 40, do it over there. But otherwise, I'm going to be doing fucking 75 or 80 in this 70 mile an hour. Usually 80 or 70.
Are there actually 70 mile an hour zones you're running in up there?
I don't actually. I think it's 65 up there.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it'd be 60. I don't know. It's been so long.
60, no, it's 65. It doesn't hit 60 until you hit Virginia side. On the Virginia side of shit, it turns to 60 at the Fairfax. After Fairfax, it's 60 all the way down. Yeah.
I don't know. I know I was so glad
I'm on
that I
that
don't have to go on
motherfucker
that.
enough. That's why Case. The only reason we went to DC that day was because we knew we were going to Pete Fox and shit. That was.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Yeah. Other than that, I have no desire to go to DC.
yeah. If there's not something up there I want to go do,
Yeah.
I'm not
I
going.
have no desire. When this man said, "Yeah, I got to go to edibles," and we're gonna while we up in Mount draw some lines in the water, I'm like, "Bro, you gonna go fishing?" Nah, bro.
On top of going
On
in.
top of going
I go
in, you
in,
go
I
in.
get, and I leave.
Nah,
That's how I go to
Well,
DC.
see, the thing with Haynes Point, it's right there. It's not too far to get out. You know what I mean?
know you're right there at the
To me, I'm
exit.
technically already out of the city. You know what I mean? At Haynes Point, you're making a left, and then you're making a left to get on fuck 66. You know what I mean? Not even 2 miles, 1 mile. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's not bad.
It's just a little fucked up now because you got to do a little detour because they're doing that.
'Cause of
They're doing that work
construction.
right on the road right there.
Yeah.
So they shut that road down. So you got to do a semi little turn, but it still ain't that bad. But yeah, I try to stay away from driving in the city as much as possible. But hey,
Yeah, I'm not looking forward
you
to
got to
it.
go where the fish is. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's the thing. You'll go because the fish are going that way.
Yeah, the fish.
You're going
Yeah.
for the fish.
Yeah.
Nah.
It was
I don't
the
give a
edibles.
fuck.
The main trip
fish
was the
can
edibles.
come back.
The
Yeah,
main
I
purpose
get it.
was
The main
edibles.
purpose
You know what I
was
mean?
edibles,
The fishing was just a
Well, the
benefit.
fish are free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you're like, man, the fish are free, man. I'm up in here with these fish.
We up here anyway. There's some water over there. I'm glad to just drop a line in the
Right.
water since we already up
As long
here.
as I'm here, I might as well see
There's
what I
some
can pull
water
out of
over
this here
there.
water.
Yeah, you know, we packed a steak and cheese with some onion and some provolone, you know what I mean? Fucking had the grill going.
So he was already set for a whole
So,
day out
and
there.
is this the kind of place where they've got one of those public grills?
No, I bring my
Nah, he brings his own shit.
Okay.
brothers get it in over there. People
Is
get
this a gas grill?
No, it's a charcoal.
You roll the charcoal.
Yeah, I do a little charcoal. I had me a little 8x8.
What do you do with your old charcoal?
The old charcoal, I
Yeah,
just
once it's
fucking
done burning.
just dump it over there like everybody else does.
In the water?
No, not in the water, just in the grass. I make sure it's all ashy. So, you know, goes back. But
Really,
everybody else
honestly,
just be dumping
You
charcoal,
should
what,
put the
or just
charcoal
whatever.
in the water because it might help that fucking water out. So,
I was gonna say, man. Yeah.
Either way, I mean, whether you go back in the water or the dirt, I prefer to let the ground, you know what I mean, soak up that fucking, the nutrients rather than the water. Water get enough of that bullshit.
You got a LeBron, throw that shit in the air. Spread it out.
Well, I try not to, because I don't know if that's actually littering or not. I guess that's technically littering, so.
I think that's not like really the way it's supposed to be done. But
Yeah,
I don't know.
probably not,
I don't
yeah.
know how it is.
But
supposed
I
to be
guess
done.
it will be littering, so I leave it alone. But it's not littering technically because it's gonna go back in the dirt. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's not. I mean, unless you're actually doing chunks of charcoal and shit. But if it's
Yeah.
like at the gray part, at the ash stand,
Yeah, if everything's ashed out.
that's dirt's gonna suck that shit up. Love
yeah,
it. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
Yeah.
You're gonna have some green ass grass right there
Straight next to the
year,
rain
you know
to
what I
come
mean?
through.
Yeah.
You just need it to rain a couple
So,
times.
But yeah, we always be up there grilling and chill. Anytime I'm chilling and fishing for more than fucking 40 minutes in one sitting, I'm fucking cooking.
So do you set up like a pole holder and throw a line in and then set up the grill and then check your line while the food's cooking, or do you like start cooking and then start fishing?
Nah,
It depends on what I'm cooking.
beforehand.
See, when we're doing swine or something that's gonna
I was
take a
gonna say,
minute,
if you
I
were
start
doing
to cooking.
if you were doing a tenderloin, you're gonna start out with the
But
grill.
since we were doing just like steakums, you know what I mean, I just, you know, that start whenever technically, you know
So
what I mean?
it was a steak-em inside of like the bun and all
Well, it
that
was a
shit.
shave. It was not the steakum form. It was the shaved junk that's in the refrigerator side, the shaved beef junk. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh,
It was one of them, and like 4 or 5 steakums because it wasn't enough meat, and hot dog buns because you know what I mean.
Okay.
Onion buns is too expensive,
Okay.
so get the
I
hot
can dig
dog
it.
bun. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I brought my little pack of seasoning over there, my little thing of barbecue sauce for the fucking. I got some luscious ass bourbon barbecue from down there in Tennessee. Shout out to Tennessee Hills, I believe was the brewery or the distillery. You should check them out. They got some great bourbon down there. Good bourbon and the barbecue sauce.
Yeah. So yeah, you were gone. You went down to Tennessee and did
Yeah.
some fishing,
Yep.
and they got the banging ass barbecue sauce
Yeah.
for
Which
you.
I got set up on that motherfucker.
Set up on what? The fishing?
Nah, the spot we went to was dangerous as fuck, bro. I'm trying to tell you, like,
To go fishing.
Yeah, they talking about fucking, like, the picture I looked at, it almost looked like some Lake Anna shit, right? They had a picture, I'm pretty sure this is, I'm about 80% this was the picture.
Explain yourself,
Because
sir.
the whole nature was different when we got there, right? Like, there was two
So
questionable
nothing
pictures.
looked like the picture.
There was one picture that had the dock right here, right, with flat land.
So hold
beside
on.
it,
Hold on.
right?
So you paid for a cabin and a dock?
Yeah, I paid for a cabin lakeside with swimming in fishing, right?
But
This
it's
is what
swimming.
they said. Swimming and fishing, right?
So
This
it's
is what they
literally
said.
in the documentation, swimming.
Swimming and fishing, that's what they say. So we get there.
But you have to walk
right?
to it.
I see the picture, and they got the dock right here, and they got a little bit of stretch of land. Maybe it looked like 12 feet, 15 feet of grass. I'm like, bet I can put 7 poles right there. You know, I already stretched out my poles. I'm like, 7 poles here, 3 poles on the dock, 2 poles over here, 1 pole right here. I got it squared away. I need
And you're just
13 poles,
circling between
right?
it.
I'm checking them out, right? So then I already reserve it. Bam, bet, cash money, reserve the date. Check it out. This is where we're going, right? Then I get the goddamn reservation picture back 3 days before we're getting ready to go to this motherfucker, and I don't see the water nowhere, bro. I Google Earth this bitch, and it's a goddamn cliff. It's flat water on one side of the river, and then the other side is mountain view, right? It's a fucking rock wall, bro. Like it looks
So
like
this
fucking
is-
Haymarket right over there behind the old mill, right?
It's
Like
just
with
a
house
lake.
right on it.
Is it a lake on top of a mountain or a lake at the bottom of a mountain?
This is a lake. It's a lake. Well, I don't know, because everywhere you go, once you go that way, it's all valleys. Like it's all moonshine territory once you start going that way towards 81, which I ain't never been. But once you get past like fucking, fuck, I don't even know, but like Edinburgh and shit like that,
Yeah,
it's all
Edinburgh.
like rolling fucking hills.
Yeah.
No quit everywhere. So you don't never know. I mean, you always know when you're on the top of the fucking mountain, because the roads literally take you up the fucking mountain and your ass is going right the fuck back down. But everywhere you look in that area was valleys, you know what I'm saying? But this house was literally right on the side of the mountain, and that jump was cut out. The walking path, which I don't know, the other questionable picture, they had the path going right to the top dock, right? Flat. Well, that bitch was not flat. That bitch was 80 foot.
So you had to walk
Picture.
downhill dock into the water, and
No,
the
you
water
had to
was
walk-
rushing?
You had to walk to the dock, and then from the dock,
Was the water dangerous?
you couldn't
Like-
get to the water. Once you got to the top dock, you had to go down 2 flights of stairs to the one dock, to another flight of stairs, to another motherfucker. All right, so this is the other picture that they give me, right?
Okay,
Not,
yeah. I
not
see
too bad.
you doing
Originally, the other picture had grass over here.
that. Okay,
right?
I'm looking at it. Yeah.
All right, that's the dock. That's the last dock.
I was gonna say,
that's
that's
how
the-
you access the water.
That's
Yeah.
the bottom of all them staircases?
Yeah, that's how you access the water, right? All right, now hold on.
So they basically made a really dangerous way to get to the water, because that's the
Oh,
only
if you had
access.
kids, you're gonna be tripping, bro. Because I mean, I'm talking about it's.
But that's the only access they have to the water.
Yeah, that's it.
So they built their property there,
Yeah.
and it made it accessible and rentable. But Jesus Christ, man. 4 flights before you get to the water level?
I'm not even bothered.
That's right, that's going down a cliff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it was like fucking Smith Mountain. This is me looking down to the water
From the dock.
from the dock. I'm on the edge of the dock.
Damn, all that, yeah. Yeah, you ain't getting in that water. I see you because of what I saw the picture that you
And if
had.
you could get in the water, that's fucking mountain, bro.
That
That's
looks like Lake Erie before they clean it up.
This is me doing like this with the phone under the dock, right? It's about a 7-foot drop, because I had to go down there when I caught a fucking big ass fish.
I saw that. I saw
I had to like shimmy down the wall a little bit
That's why I couldn't figure out
to
when I
get
seen
down
the
there, because this
picture
fish
of
was
you.
like this goddamn big, and I'm like, well, I'm going down there
When
now,
I seen the
girl.
picture of you with that big
Did you-
ass
did
fish
you
on
eat
top
that
of the
fish?
rock.
Nah, I put his ass back.
Right on.
But when I seen that picture of you with the motherfucking fish, I'm like, why the fuck is he in all them goddamn rocks? I couldn't figure out why you was there.
But yeah, that-
all those fucking rocks down make sense.
So,
yeah,
so was it worth it?
Yeah, because I didn't pay that much. I would have been pissed if in season probably, because, you know what I mean, I would have paid a lot more than what I paid. You know what I mean? But I paid like hotel room prices
Okay.
a night for that junk. You know what I mean?
And you'd have been in a hotel room looking for somewhere to fish anyway.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but I didn't like the way it was fucked up, because I didn't really like the way where it was positioned in the river, because like the spot I needed to be was like,
Because it wasn't the spot where he needed
well,
to
I
fish
needed to
at.
be like the cabin was like right here where I'm at, but like halfway to Ben and Mary's, it straight opened up
Yeah.
to a big ass area, and I'm like, fuck, I need to be right there, which is really like 500 yards, 500 feet away. You know what I mean? Too far for me to cast, but you know what I mean?
Dangerous to walk?
Oh, I couldn't walk on the side of that, down there in that mountain in the water, whatever the hell. Like,
wow. So you found water you couldn't conquer.
I mean, I was still fishing. You know,
I didn't say that. But there was water, you could see it, but you couldn't get to it because of the way the lay of the land.
Yeah, the lay of the
well,
land.
I got down to it. I could have went in there if I really wanted to. But you're swimming. There's no wading in that. There's no wading. Like, even right there, it's fucking 12 feet of water, you know what I mean, right off the edge there. But I don't know how far that cliff had access, walkable trail.
Yeah.
I saw some I could if I wanted to, but I'm like, fuck you. I'm not
worth it.
It ain't worth it.
And then you can look at that boy growing up. He growed up on us, Mike.
There he is. He's getting there. He's getting there.
But they had a lot of spots already cut out on the side of that area. Like
walk downs?
Yeah, walk down. You could pull off. You could like put a little fire and you could like chill and shit like that. Like a lot of public areas. Almost like it was a park, you know what I mean? But
right on. Well, lesson learned. You made an accomplishment. You went down there. You had a nice time. You took your lady. You went down and you had some good bourbon somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, you didn't have your kids. That's a marvelous son.
Barbecue down there?
We got some pork ends or whatever.
Burnt ends?
Burnt ends, yeah.
God damn.
Which was fucking
struggling.
Which was amazing.
He's loving that Captain Morgan's bowl,
Yeah.
but like that motherfucker is harsh.
Captain More Kush, cuz. Stop playing. Get you some of that Badu from Tacoma.
Badu from Tacoma Wellness is what he's trying to say.
It set you right.
And it set you right. He gives us the breath.
Yeah.
Listen to this here breath.
Woo, that's that shit right there. Get you some of them box edibles while you up there. Yeah. I dropped about 300 up in that motherfucker yesterday, but I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I look at the shelf, man. The shelf had about fucking 40 fucking jars with just all the flavors out there, just looking all delicious. I was like, y'all need to stop playing. I need a gram of everything.
Hey, so you cleaned up on some pink foxes too?
Yeah.
They had the pink foxes at the Tacoma Wellness. Is that the one he said had the best selection?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that joint is. That joint is ridiculous. That shit, like I said, they really had about.
It's all them Marylanders coming over the border.
50, 60 strands of fucking flavor over there.
For real.
All the strands.
Wow.
All the strands.
Bravo, Tacoma.
They all look luscious too. Like.
Well, at this point, in this area, you would expect people are going to be growing some pretty good weed to sell.
Yeah.
You know?
But at this point in age, yeah. Gotta be.
Yeah, Del Soul, I think, is the name of those people who Soul Cultivators, I think, is the brand that be slanging that good weed, and they got they make cookies or whatever. They've got some good weed.
Right. So we're going to Cannabis Festival on the Saturday.
Yeah.
I gotta still get my ticket. I gotta stop bullshitting because I think this is gonna be the last year for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, what are they gonna do next year?
Well, and that's the thing. Like, what are they even going to do this year? I'm not sure how things are.
Well, this year they're still gonna be. Well, that's what I'm saying. Even still, like because they still got some of them I-71 mugs in there.
They're not going to be like they were.
They're not going to be in there like they were. But Fox said they're gonna have some of them still there. But the whole event's not gonna be there.
You'll have scrappers.
Yeah, but it's like is it even worth going and trying to do that when you can just go to Tacoma Wellness or whatever?
That's what I'm saying. Like it's not how it was.
Exactly. The situation has changed.
Yeah, it's all different.
And that's this year. Next year, when those people ain't allowed in there at all, it's gonna be what, all medical? You're gonna have to probably have a medical card to even buy anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
And then what
at least cannabis related.
Yeah. What's you know what I mean? How many?
Well, you ought to be able to get seeds without it, I would think.
Yeah.
Still be able to get seeds, but I mean, how many like?
Because I was like, man,
I know a lot of people out there for seeds, but you know what I mean, like.
Motherfuckers know us. We didn't really promote too much the last time we all went collectively, I don't think.
Well, like the last time I was there.
Last time we got rained out, though, we weren't there that long.
It did get rained out.
That's right, it was rained out.
We was only there, what, an hour or two?
I went the next year. Oh, I think we got in like 3 or 4.
We got in for a while. Yeah, we was there for a while. Because I remember that was the year I got drunk and had the shroom and was fucked up.
Yeah, but I think this year going to be the last one for me. Because I don't know, man. I'm just skeptical about what it's going to be after this. And I think this year is just going to be off the chain because they know it's going to be the last
Hoorah. Last
little big bam they're going to fucking have. Like it would take It would take maybe like Method Red coming back featuring Too Short or some shit like that for future years.
With Devin the Dude.
Yeah, they would have to do it up in there or some
It'd have to
shit.
be a
Or
great-
just Devin the Dude. It had to be a great performer for me to be like, yeah, I'll pay $70 to watch him play.
Right.
And then smoke some weed.
See what you can see while you're there.
But I don't know, man.
Yeah, because we don't even really go for the fucking show. Any guy.
Unless it's blown, unless this one's real, like blown the fuck out.
Such
like,
a weird experience at this point to have gone to so many and witness DC change so much in that time and see so much of these things
That's
like
what we
come
were
and
talking about
go.
with marketing. Like, yo, we remember how y'all were and where it is now. It's the same thing with the festival. You know, we just see it do this through these changes. It's like, all right, we did it. That's cool. I don't know what else y'all can do. I'm not excited for you. You know what I mean? In a sense,
Yeah.
like it's cool to go up there and get whatever you got to get.
It's
But that's
not.
kind of the thing. We go up there, everybody has their own different things they want to go up there for and get what you got to get and do what you got to do, and then it's a wrap. Once I've done all the shit I need to do, I'm good. Man.
yeah, this
for
year I
real.
don't really have no reason to go up there this year.
I have no agenda. We got to go see Kyle at a motherfucking
Yeah,
glass
Kyle,
Club.
that's all I
Yeah.
got because
You know what I mean?
Because fucking Kyle and Lambda.
Well, Lambda, I don't
if
think
they're
Lambda
even there.
is-
If they're even there, yeah, but I mean Fox ain't fucking.
Fox will be around, but they won't be around like
He said
that.
he'll be around, but not associating really like
Yeah,
that.
I got one homie up there.
And phone homie,
Jane
you know what I
and
mean?
friends.
Phone homie, maybe, but probably
It
not.
might be the phone homie last we were on with
Yeah,
it.
maybe
Yeah,
a phone homie.
whatever's
there.
going on
That's
up
why.
there.
That's one people I fucked with last year was actually phone homie, and a whole bunch of new people because Fox was in the VIP joint.
Yeah.
So I was done quick
So
last year.
it's gonna be interesting to see what's out there. Yeah.
Well, hell, the last time there was a lot of things out there, but you know,
Yeah.
there's a lot of options to be had. But I don't know, man. It'll be cool to see Kyle and go up there and just bullshit with these folks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to see him and start talking about that lamp.
Yeah, you're gonna build up the
Yeah.
lamp.
Take a picture of this, wouldn't send him to be like, this is what we need. But
I'm
but-
sure he
but
knows
lesbian, or
what
not
we're talking
lesbian,
about.
But midget.
Yeah, we
Midget
need a
status.
We need a midget style.
With a size 2 shoe instead of just size 8. 7.
So you do want it on a
About
heel. You
7.
want it on a midget
Yeah, you
heel.
gotta have a little midget heel.
So we want the Kyle. What he's talking about is the. I'm pretty sure you've picked it up by now, but the midget leg instead of the full adult leg style
From the Christmas
from
story.
the Christmas Story leg joint.
Man, you
There
better
you go.
not fuck
Bring that on
up.
into your space there, dog.
This joint right
See
here.
right there. So
Fishnet, everything. We can probably incorporate some. I think you can blow the glass fishnet in there. I got faith in you, brother.
yeah, look at the Jew's like so specific to show Kyle. Check that out, bro. He wants that like, and you want that as like a bubbler or a bong or just a lamp?
It can be just a lamp.
Can we make just a lamp? Doesn't need to smoke weed through it. He just wants a midget style
But
lamp.
it'd be cooler if you did.
We can start. Let's start with the leg, and then after we figure the leg out, yeah, you can put it into a bowl, and I don't even need no trademark on that. You got that, cuz? You know what I mean?
Yeah, make as many as you like.
We don't need to name it, Jew leg out here or nothing like that. Jew midge or nothing like that.
That's a little Jew leg.
Yeah, the little Jew.
And the nugget out of a nugget.
But yeah, I feel like it's getting ready to fall. I'm gonna do some readjusting over
Yeah, you
here.
gotta readjust that because you don't want that shit
Got the
falling.
whole world sitting over here right now.
You do get a lot on that table.
Hey, that's some screaming.
Be living like that.
You notice it was so much live action.
Yeah, until you move that shit, like, oh, wait a minute, I disturbed the habitat.
You mean got Game of Uno going
Yeah,
on
dude,
over
your
there?
shit is precarious over
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
I try not to touch nothing around here.
Worms,
I set up.
got drugs, got fishing lures,
Oh, man.
cords, coffee, and Uno. Hey, let's make it happen, bro. That's a table for fucking life right there. You ready to
It
run this
looked like
shit?
a table that could have been in Fight Club.
Yeah, that's a
In that
much better.
hotel
Yeah.
Fight Club, that house
Brad
neighbors in Fight
That
Club.
Brad Pitt fuck table.
That's a much better time right there.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Damn it, this motherfucker here. Me and him, we talked about it on the last episode. But I'm going to Outer Banks next month.
What's with your homies?
Yeah, we're supposed to be going getting a fishing charter. Now, how upset would you be if I ended up catching a shark?
I don't get upset with anybody who paid money to go catch fish from a charter for a professional.
That's some bullshit.
I mean,
He's already mad, Mike. He's already mad. Do you hear the way he's talking?
That's that man's job, right? As a captain, is to make sure you catch fish, right?
Yeah.
And if y'all are going on a specific, it's different if you're going. Well, it's not even different, but if you're targeting a species of fish, then you should return catching that species of fish if you're with the captain. Especially like shark. Like if you're on a boat out there in the middle, it's easier to catch shark than how I'm catching shark.
But if I were to catch a shark, how fucked up would you feel off of that one? Because I ain't a fisherman.
I'm not gonna care because, like I said, you paying somebody professionally it's his job to make sure you catch fucking fish.
That's some bullshit.
I would be upset if you don't catch fucking something decent after you pay the motherfucker to take you out there and to do his job. You know what I mean? Because that's what that motherfucker does. I'm just winging it, you know what I mean? So when I catch one, it's gonna be a big deal for me because I'm just winging it. I'm not paying nobody shit. I'm paying $2 for bait.
He's already mad.
Hard in the work in it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you didn't put it to work like I was gonna put it to work.
Yeah, you don't understand.
You're supposed to. Like if you're out there on a boat, there's no reason why nobody should catch a shark on a boat out there deep like that because that's all those fuckers are at. Like, and they smell the bait that you're fishing with, even if you're not fishing for those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I think they say a mile or some bullshit like that. A shark can smell fucking. I think they say a mile shark can
They can smell blood a mile away.
Yeah. So I mean, fuck a mile radius. Even if that's a mile, the radius is a half a mile, which is what 2,500 feet, 2,300 feet, some shit like that. That's a far ass goddamn. That's a big ass circle one way you're looking at. You know what I mean?
So basically, he's like looking down on you if you don't catch a shark now.
I just like giving kid shit just because I like giving kid shit. You know what I mean? Just because it's kid. You know what I mean? You know.
The truth is revealed.
He's saying that now.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah, I don't believe it. When you come back with a shark on the wall.
If I come back with a goddamn shark on the wall, man, what
you
the
gonna put it on the wall though?
You fucking right, I'll put it somewhere.
Kid's got one, he gonna get one too. And you gonna be sitting here with bare ass walls.
You got the bag.
No, I'm gonna be taking some days off and I'm like, well, we got to make this shit happen. I'll be ordering that drone. Which I already, when I came to realize yesterday,
you're gonna send the drone a mile out and drop bait.
I can't use my drone at Haynes Point because I'm pretty sure I can't fly a drone around the airport.
Around the airport.
So I'm like, I'm stuck on that idea. So I'm back to trying to figure out that maybe. Well, I definitely don't think I can do a tater gun out that motherfucker.
You can take.
How they feel about that?
If they figured that out, man, yeah. Maybe you get a little red potato.
I don't know, man.
Get a baby potato, make a little one.
Them DC black people, though, that started firing tater guns. They ain't gonna know what to do with themselves. I ain't gonna be able to explain to them what it is neither. You know what I mean? Okay, but like, I'm getting ready to take this tater and shoot it at that airplane and get about halfway to it. All right. I just want y'all to just sit back and watch and it's gonna be loud. It'll be okay.
I'm gonna put this hair hook in this potato.
I'm gonna take this hairspray and this PVC and I'm gonna shoot this
tater.
Hear
this loud explosion.
Half a mile. You can hear what sounds like a fucking 12 gauge or a car backfire.
You know,
just keep cooking.
If you made little potato bait wedges or whatever and shot them out of a little tiny thing, I think that could work.
I don't know.
Other than getting the line free of it.
Well, you just stab the line into the tater. And
then load it from the top. It'll load it from the top and then shoot out.
Yeah, you would just like put a corkscrew or something in there, or just run the line through there and tie a knot to the tater, and then fly it out there.
What would you soak your tater in?
I want to soak it in nothing, because that's gonna make it heavier.
So wait a minute. No, I mean, so does the tater have enough flavor for the fish to go for it?
The tater, they're not biting the tater. You're just using the tater as a weight, technically.
But what are you putting the hook into?
Well, the hook would. What I would do. That might work. What I would probably try to do originally would be drill a hole through the middle of the tater and run the line all the way through the tater.
And so run the line through the tater.
Yeah.
And then put the hook on there with bait.
On the line, so the tater would be almost like a bobber.
But the tater would be on the bait would be on the top of the tater when you drop it into the. It would come out first when you're shooting it out of your potato.
The tater would come out first, and then the bait should come. The bait would be sitting on the ground technically. and the only thing in the shit would be the tater.
I see. So
And
you
then the
shoot the
slack
tater
line-
and then the bait will.
Yeah, in theory. But every time I've tried that, like I've done that with golf clubs. I've teed up a golf club, and I've incorporated line through the golf club, and then try to teed off bait into the water, right, with my line attached to it. That process works. The only part I haven't figured out yet is I rip the goddamn hook out the bait with the force of the Happy Gilmore
force is coming
contact.
with it.
You know what I mean? So I don't know how the fuck they do it on the internet unless I'm out watching AI shit. You know what I mean? But I watch it all the time.
A lot of AI
I watch
shit.
it all the time on the gram. They do it. and
Mike
it
got
just-
me on that AI
and they
shit
just hit
lately.
it and it goes. But every time
Is
I've
it-
done it, it just rips the guy. I've even hooked the
I
head
mean-
of the fish, like skull, like like brain, like fucking actual skull, and that just hook just goes flying right the fuck on out. And I'm like, fuck, man. So I don't know how they do that yet, but.
So
Well,
gotta
you just
figure
might have
out
too
the
much
force.
velocity. You
Yeah.
got too much velocity, man.
Yeah, but you gotta get out there.
Just
you know
gotta
what I
get
mean?
out there. Yeah.
That's why you gotta hang it from the bottom of a drone and drop that bitch off.
That's the easiest thing.
There ain't no good angle yet.
That's the easiest thing
And
right
you just
there.
sit there
But
with
see,
it
you
on the
can
end
still
and let
do
it
the
take it out
drone
there and drop it.
because You're not flying that drone high. That's
You-
all. That's
As long as you keep it under 20
You gotta
feet.
keep it under a certain. Yeah.
I would think 20 feet's your money.
Yeah, you should be good.
That close, right across from the airport, though.
As long as you're low, you.
I mean, we're literally right across the water from the airport.
I know where
I
you
think
are,
that perhaps fishing there with anything other than just a rod and reel is probably a bad idea. Call me crazy.
because you start.
Because you're right at the airport.
You start potato gunning some shit by the airport. You in for some shit.
Even if you're out there with some David and Goliath, you got the sling, you're swinging it, and you fling that
shit.
motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Why not try that?
Oh,
girl.
yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
Throw
why
a potato in that
wouldn't
motherfucker and
you slingshot that motherfucking shit out there. Try to learn a slingshot.
let that bitch fling. That motherfucker can go for a mile, dog. You put yourself a little red potato in that bitch.
He fuck around, that slack will come back and hook him somehow.
David and Juliath.
Yeah.
I've done little shit like that.
Juliath.
I fish like that, little hand line. I did that. I actually caught an Asian yesterday with my little hand line I had.
Caught a what?
An Asian.
An Asian, yeah, he was about fucking 5'2", about 127. You know what I mean? Damn, something just come walking across my line, and
So you hit him with a hook?
no, I had my little spool out with a hook on it, just out in the water, and he come walking across the spool and just started getting it tied in his feet and just taking it along with him until he realized he had something over there.
God
He was
damn it.
trying to get it all out of his Jesus sandals, and I was like, "No, it's mine. It's all right, bro." Oh, yo, finish that? I said, "Yeah, I got you, bro." So I just reeled in, made it a little tighter to the wall there. So,
Well, ladies and gentlemen, with that said,
Oh, yeah.
Tom, I got pissed so bad.
I think we ought to bring this episode to a close.
Piss on that piece.
Jews off the piss, and we will wrap this up. Come back at you another time on Thursday. I'd like to thank you guys so much for being a part of this.
Yep.
Be nice to people that look like you. Be nice to people that don't look like you. Don't be a dick.
Little bit by little bit, ladies and gentlemen, keep moving forward.
That's right. Keep grinding on the shit you're trying to get done, because that is how things get done.
We believe in you.
Don't forget, we love you very much.
Love y'all.
We wish you nothing but the best,
All day, every day.
and peace be with you.
Go.